Okay, so in our struggle to remain relevant, then like a little bit of what we got up to this week.
Yeah.
This week, I tried and I noticed that Pat, we're going to overlap on quite a few of these topics.
Oh, certain we are.
We jumped the in on Uma Musume Pretty Derby. And
how do you feel about Uma Musume, Callie?
Horsewomen? I mean, I'm playing it after this podcast for the first time. I didn't want to admit I was gonna do it. The thumbnail just says game on it. It's just a picture of my face, and I'm like, I'm gonna play the game.
Right?
People in chat are like, the game? I'm like, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say that I'm playing Uma Musume, but I'm playing Uma Musume.
It's fucking happening.
It's happening.
Oh,
so
man.
Surprise, I'm playing Uma Musume.
So it's a little out of the wheelhouse of what's usual over on my side of things, you know.
Is it?
I can imagine.
Is it?
In the gacha sense initially, you know, but yeah, upon closer inspection, I don't know, you go through the onboarding process, you meet some horse girls, and then on my first fucking roll, I gain Emperor Symboli Rudolph. And then on my second one, I get the banner character, and I'm like, I guess I'm just fucking sick. I guess I'm kind of in then.
You got 3 rainbow pulls, bro.
I got 3 rainbow pulls immediately, and I was like,
what?
I don't know if someone's watching and like hitting the streamer button or something, but like that'll do well for getting someone into something. Is just hitting the endorphins.
So that was your built-up luck from not playing gacha games.
Right. I got Rudolph, I got Maruzensky, and then I got Mihono Bourbon, the banner character, all one after the other, and just watched the entire chat like take a humongous dump and lose their minds. And I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go.
So you're in now, is what you're saying.
I mean, look, I took Rudolph, and that's a horse girl that is trying to be the emperor of all horse girls, and
Cool.
she's got the uniform, and more importantly, she's got the ambition, you know. And I'm a fan. There's a couple characters in anime that like have ambition. I like a character with ambition, you know. There's you know, you got your Legend of the Galactic Heroes, which is one of my favorite animes, and you know, anyone that can look up to the sky and kind of dream of conquest, you know, in one way is like, okay, I'm listening, but unless you're Griffith.
Relatable.
Yeah, is Griffith relatable?
Well, that guy's a little different.
Hold on a minute. Is Griffith relatable?
I don't know. I'm not saying that he is or anything. I'm not saying that he had a point or that he was right at any time, but like, I don't know. Trust me, I'm no Griffith apologist or anything, but I think he's a very interesting character. He's
He's multifaceted. He's complex. And so like Rudolph is just talking about like, you know, do you put your faith in her to, you know, to lead horse girls?
She's nuts, man.
And I'm like, let's go. And if her speed is fast enough to win the hearts of everyone over, I'm on board. I'm super down.
About the speed. Heck yeah.
And then I would say too that like in addition to getting suckered in with the you know, the insane luck off of the three pulls, there's also the really cool fact about it that actually changes the whole thing around, where it's like these horses are named after real race horses.
They're real horses.
That's crazy. I didn't know.
Crazy, yeah.
Oh, they go much further than that, Woolie. Do you know how much they're based off of real horses?
How so?
So one of the first pulls that I got with the starter pack, I got Haru Urara, who is like a dumb fail horse.
Oh yeah, the dropkick girl.
I've seen that one going around.
And chat starts to explain to me that this horse is the biggest loser that has ever existed in the Japanese sport of horse racing.
No wins.
113 losses, 0 wins.
Right.
And so her entire storyline is not about getting wins. Her storyline is about getting enough fans to be allowed to race. And maybe place.
Not the dropkick girl, right? The girl who's trying her best. Yes. That's incredible.
Gold ship is the one that kicks you in the face, I think. Yeah, I like
Gold
that
ship is the one based off of an actually insane horse.
Yeah, I keep getting recommended videos of like the real gold chip in my recommendations. I'm like, I didn't ask for this. Why are you recommending this to me?
by describing horse game. You
You
actually
have opted
literally
in.
asked for this behavior.
I've opted in.
I saw the side by sides of like, you know, the real horse expressions and then, you know, the horse girl versions instead, and it's like, okay, this is going deeper than I thought. That's pretty sick, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then I saw.
Japanese people love horse racing. You know, they're intense about it. They're serious business.
Oh yeah.
So I took a gander at somebody posting a clip of like some famous horse race from decades ago, and then the side-by-side clip of the anime where they have had every single horse in its proper position, every pass throughout the track at its correct time, the specific lane changes,
accuracy,
down to the camera angle of the TV broadcast.
Wow.
And I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, this is made by horse racing addicts. Like these people are absolutely, sincerely, lovingly addicted to horse racing.
You gotta respect the dedication.
Oh, yeah.
Also, like I see like a horse like Vodka shows up, and like her name's Vodka, and she's got the cool hair swoop, and I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, that'll do.
Cool.
You know. I want to see now like horse girl versions of like Pie Oh My from The Sopranos, you know. Or like I don't remember from like Seinfeld, but like his father was a mutter, his mother was a mutter, you know. Like I want to see other famous horses getting their way into this world.
Well, there are tons of famous horses coming. However, they are all known if you're playing it in English, because the game is 4 years behind.
Yes.
So if you want to look up what horses are on their way,
okay,
here they come. Like I was talking to my chat, I want Bucephalus and Red Mare as like two of the most famous horses to ever exist.
They're race horses? I don't know them.
Well, Bucephalus is Alexander the Great's horse.
Oh, okay.
And, Red Mare is Lubu's horse.
Okay. Oh, so if we're getting into fiction, okay, well then we can get Shadowfax going.
Yeah,
right?
why not?
Gandalf's horse Shadowfax. We can get Epona up in there. Oh yeah.
They're gonna run out. They're gonna run out. They're gonna have to branch out. Yeah.
Kokuo from Fist of the North Star.
Yeah. I said, aren't they going to run out of horses? To which I was informed that there are like thousands of horses every single year, and the institutionalized horse racing is going back decades. So no, they're never going to run out of horses.
They're not going to run out of horses.
But Callie, you know what you're in for? You've no, I'm just something. You've scouted the like the nature of this like addiction that is about to hit.
Oh, I mean, I was first introduced to all of it when we were taking a road trip. We were doing a vacation in Thailand, and we were like just doing a road trip, and you know, the van was driving us through the countryside, and everyone just stops talking at the same time. Because I'm taking a nap, and I notice everyone stops talking. And I look, and everyone else in the van they're now downloading Uma Musume.
Oh my God.
Right.
And once it's downloaded, the van just erupts in conversations about horse girls. Check this out. Look who I pulled, etc. Just exclaim. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I should just put my headphones in and ignore it, but I kept listening. And then I got struck by FOMO, and I was like, I can't not be a part of this. Let me be a part of the club.
Woolie, you downloaded this because Foxcade made you, right?
Yes. So I did a stream where Foxcade was a guest, and Foxcade was like, yeah, no, we're doing it. And I'm like, all right, let's go.
Friends, they force you to.
That's what they do. Also, holy shit, concept in the ether.
Yeah.
Uma Musume cross steel ball run. There's some horses on the way that we're all about to fall in love with that JoJo fans might not know they're about to fall in love with yet. Come on. Come on.
That goes hard. I didn't think about that.
I had a completely different reaction. I was, you know, I played the horsey game and I enjoyed it. I think the spell is broken because I was like, oh, there's only 2 days left to do the event. I got to grind this out. And then I sat there and was like, what am I doing? I should help my son color his book.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
But I was looking at this. I'm like, if they had this exact same game, like identical, even cute anime girls, all like the whole 9 yards, but it was about kayfabe pro wrestling.
Ah.
I would be
Yeah.
the
It's
biggest mark on this
no,
forever.
my wallet is gone. Yeah, that's crazy. Especially if you hang out with them backstage and like do like training things.
Yeah. Up your social links.
Right.
It's like,
With them.
listen. You did a risky match and your quad is torn, so you have a 50% chance of failing your next bicep curl. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna do it? Or are you gonna rest up?
Joshi
if you
Pro,
rest up, you're not gonna get the money, and you're gonna have to sleep in your car.
Yeah, no, Joshi Pro style wrestling like roles, and just having them come out on a giant ramp doing their big intros as you reveal, you know, which wrestler you got and what SSR they. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
That's dangerously addictive.
Someone's got to do that.
So the reason I hopped on is because everyone like my whole timeline just exploded with. It was the same thing as with you, Callie. It's like I'm sitting around and then all of a sudden just horsey game. Like every single person I know is just, even Woolie is playing a gacha horsey game. What's going on?
Yeah, and lest we forget, the prize for winning is you perform right at center stage.
They're idols.
Yes,
I'm obsessed with that.
There's 2 parts to every story. Yeah,
of course.
And they're all friends. It's all good sportsmen. Like, you know, there's no resentment.
But like there's little parts of like the routine where like at what point God, the name just slips me, but like she won when she's center stage, but then like the other 2 kind of like come in front and they're more prominent initially. She's like, no, wait, hold on, I want front stage. And you know, there's like that little angle of it of like, okay, you can be good at one side, but you can race, but then you have to get your confidence up to perform, and there's a whole, it's multifaceted.
So much emotional, and like I relate to that as well, being an idol and performing in that same way with, you know, me and my girls and stuff like that, and the connection that we have and such. So it got me really invested seeing all of that. I was like, hey, I actually really like this and relate to this, so I'm excited to try it out.
Well, you got one side of the skill down. Now, when are you going to hit the racetrack?
We don't race each other. We're too busy streaming. We're too busy gaming. If it was gaming, that would be different. But well, I guess we could go up against each other. That game has PvP, yeah?
It does. But it's like asynchronous, like
just record based.
Like load up into a lobby and just go.
I see. It's a little different. Okay.
And let me ask both of you a question. So the reason I hopped on was, 1, everyone went nuts, and 2, I'm scrolling past like 100 horse game posts, and it's like fan art, stat screen, cute character moment, and I'm like, what's the game?
Yeah.
And like gameplay loop is what I want to know.
And I'm asking people, and they're like, you tell the horse girls how to race better. I'm like, okay, but when do you play it? And I couldn't get there. It would not click. So I'm like, I have to know. And now that I've done it, I'm like, oh, you're micro gambling to increase your stats to macro gamble. And in order to have a horse that you like to micro and macro gamble, you need to ultra gamble
and
on your polls.
And in the meantime, you have conversations with them, and you deepen your relationship, which increases their stats. And
it's a visual novel, very charming.
Exactly. Yeah. And then when they're ready to retire, they pass on the legacy, the will towards the future, you know, and the next one comes along. So you have the whole stable, literal stable, by the way, you know. Yeah.
I love that.
No, that like they also it helps too that like it looks really, really good. Like
absolutely.
Polished.
No, my friend Reggie, who I stream with, was like nobody asked him to, but he's like, okay, so I installed it on my phone, and it took like 10 gigs, so I had to clear a bunch of photos and videos and memories. I'm just like, well,
these are my new memories.
These are your new memories now. This is your new family. Yeah. So yeah, that was one thing that we got up to this week, and like we'll see how it goes for you after this.